Hey YouTube, welcome back to Trevor's Vinyl World. This is part two of Clubber Lang Thoughts. So if you have not seen the first video on that, please watch that first. But yeah, back to my point. It's not that I need Clubber Lang to be victorious. I just feel like the way that they exit him off of this movie series is just very lazy writing. Um, you know, you first have Clubber Lang being victorious and beating Rocky and going to 28-0 and being the world champion of the world. And then, Rocky gets trained by Apollo Creed to be like Sugar Ray Leonard. So after going his whole life with no rhythm and being one type of fighter, Rocky in a couple months is miraculously changed into Sugar Ray Leonard or Muhammad Ali, and he goes in the ring and he beats Clubber Lang because of the help of Apollo Creed. Okay, fine. I guess I'll buy that. I will drink the Kool Aid because I do love the Rocky series, but it does seem a little ridiculous. Um, and fine, they show that the only punch that Clubber Lang knows how to do is this wide hook punch, so that's why Rocky's able to defeat him. Okay, fine. I guess I'll play along. But Clubber Lang was such a miraculous specimen of an athlete. It's very hard to buy. But anyways, okay, fine. So Rocky beats Clubber Lang at the end of Rocky 3, and then that's just it. That's just it for the whole Clubber Lang character. Never to be referenced again, never to be talked about. Um, because Rocky 4 is all about first Apollo and the Russian, and then Rocky and the Russian. So no Clubber Lang in Rocky 4, and then Rocky 5 is Tommy. I don't know if they refer to him as the Duke in real life. It was Tommy the Duke Gunn, or I'm sorry, Tommy the Duke Morrison. And then I want to say in Rocky 5, maybe it was Tommy the Machine Gun was his name. And he was great. And in real life, Tommy Morrison was the champion for a while. He beat George Foreman to be like the WBO heavyweight champion. And then, of course, he got ill. And later on in life, he sadly died at a pretty young age. I think he was like 44, 45 years old. I was always a big Tommy Morrison fan. But anyways, what I'm thinking should have happened is that okay, Rocky 3, you can have Rocky beat Clubber Lang at the end, fine. Um, then I think what you do is in Rocky 4, um, you can still have the Russian, and I think what you do is while that's going on, you could just have like one or two scenes in Rocky 4 where they show Clubber Lang fighting like whoever the third or fourth best heavyweight champion, or not champion, heavyweight contender is, and just have like just a little bit of Clubber Lang in Rocky 4. And then I think that would have nicely slid into the idea that in Rocky 5, when now Rocky is older and he's taking on the role of being a trainer for Tommy Morrison, why not have Tommy Morrison versus Clubber Lang? That would have been awesome. That would have been so awesome. So you have Tommy Machine Gun or Tommy Morrison, whatever you want to call him, a great up and coming young fighter who's just a hard hitting mother, and then he's going up against Clubber Lang, and I don't even care however you want to write it. I would love to see Clubber Lang win that, and then I think you would have had to film it a little earlier because I want to say that Rocky 3 was 1982 and ooh, allergies. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Um, okay, Rocky Rocky 3 was filmed in 1982. Rocky 4 was filmed, I want to say, 1985. Um, and then Rocky 5 wasn't until like 1990. So I think if we're going to go with my idea, then you're going to need Rocky 5 to be like right after Rocky 4. Like I'm talking, 1986, which I'm sure is possible. But because that would have made Clubber Lang a little younger. Um, I think Tommy Morrison still could have handled it. And then I just think that the way that they just don't even talk about Clubber is sort of ridiculous. And then, like, let's say whether you have Tommy Morrison win against Clubber Lang or if you have Clubber beat Tommy Morrison, however you want to do it in Rocky 5, it would have been a great thing to then, after that, um, either before the Creed movies or while the Creed movies are going on, have like a movie called either Clubber Lang Jr. or Clubber Part 2, Clubber Lang Jr. Returns. But let's have a movie about like Clubber Lang has a son who's a badass boxer, and Mr. T could even be in the corner. I mean, I, I almost think I'd like that more than the Creed. I think there's just a lot of there's a lot of good stuff with Rocky, and I think there's a lot of like heartwarming moments that people hang on to, like whether it's at the end of Rocky 2 where he is like, I want to say to my wife at home, yo Adrian, I did it. And there's just so many cool parts like that, but I do also believe that there is some lazy writing and like, you know, the fact that in the Creed movies, um, Rocky is now like an Italian restaurant owner. It's just so stereotypical, or like, of course, Ivan Drago's son is a professional boxer, and they're like mad at Rocky because Ivan Drago's wife left him because he lost one fight, and that's somehow Rocky's fault. Like just some of the stuff seems a little ridiculous. Um, you know, Creed is dating like a pop singer. I mean, some of the stuff just seems a little like just so stereotypical. Um, so I really loved the Clubber Lang character, and I wish they would have done more with him. Or if you're not going to do more, you need to at least explain like what happened to him. Like, okay, if at the end of Rocky 3 he's not going to fight anymore, then you got to give me something. Like he was in a motorcycle accident, he was whatever. But I mean, they could have done a prequel with him. They could have done my idea, like have them fight Tommy Morrison. I mean, I really think that would have been awesome, because by the time it gets to like Rocky 5 and then you have the Balboa movie, it just, Rocky's getting old. So it's just one idea I thought of. And, all the purists out there are probably not going to like it, but I do love the Rocky movies. So, anyways, hope everyone is doing well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and talk at you later. Thank you.